Okay, so your biggest passion is just trying new things out all the time.
I'd say like adventuring.
Okay.
Like exploring new places. I've been to 15 countries and counting. And
Yikes.
that was by 25. 26. So
That's fun.
Mexico was actually last year.
First time ever?
Yeah. And I live abroad. I live like 600 miles from the border.
Yeah, first time you
600.
went to Mexico, huh?
Yeah, Mexico is closer than our rental house in Pensacola.
So I guess obviously, Pat, this is kind of coincides with it. What is something that you do, maybe as a hobby, to distract yourself from work? What is that? A 10?
Evaluate businesses.
Okay.
9.
Man, you're on all the time. That's your big evaluating.
Sometimes, I mean, I used to have a used to enjoy doing jiu-jitsu, and I went to a gym where it was very
going fast.
Oh, that's good. It's going to my favor. It's my turn to roll.
Oh, jeez.
Gotta do it once, man.
Yeah.
2.
Oh. 2, you pay a quarter.
Okay.
And you get to roll again. Oh, no!
What number is that?
The 20.
Okay.
Look at this.
What happened?
I exercised today.
You look like you exercise.
I throw them again.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, jeez. Son of a...
Dude.
8.
Nope. I'm not. You, a 75 cents. Nope, that one was, that was $1.
Is that out?
No, that was a broken horse, so you owe $1.
Okay.
Awesome.
This one,
He
right?
seriously doesn't have any idea. That's...
There you go.
Oh
It'll
my
probably
God.
take Buddy a minute to figure out.
It's starting to bruise there.
Is it?
No, it's not.
You can switch it to the other leg if you want.
I don't have to. Anyway, this one is going off the rails. I apologize, Creek.
I have text proof.
That's true. So your hobby? Sorry, I do really need to apologize because this thing is really distracting me. Seriously.
I gave you plenty of chances before we went on air.
Well,
It's fun though.
it is as long as you're enjoying it. You know.
Yeah. So hobbies, anything outdoors really. Like
Okay.
exercise. I try to go to the gym every day.
Okay. Every day, man, you're hardcore.
Try to. I'm definitely not doing it recently because of the we've been with this new business. It's been definitely a learning experience on project management and timeline.
Okay.
Because what we had to do was we had to set up a new LLC.
Sure.
I've been transitioning my entity structure, so it makes it easier for tax reporting, and keeping things clean and simple is the challenge.
Yeah.
When I started the furnished housing company, I didn't realize that we basically, if we want to do done-for-you short-term rental management, we have to have trust accounting structure, which is a bucket for each house.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
A bank account for each individual house.
Sure. That makes sense.
So when we work with an owner, we might have, say, 5 houses with them. They can either have all those go in the same bucket, or we can have each house broken up into individual accounts.
Okay.
So that was a learning curve.
Like a series LLC type of deal.
You don't need an LLC for each one. You just need a separate bank account.
Okay.
So like when people are starting a business, they don't even need to register a business with the state or the IRS. They just need to have their name, DBA, which is $30.
Yeah.
You go get a business bank account with that. It goes through your social
EIN number. Oh, you just do it right through your social.
through social.
Okay.
And you can run your whole business like that.
Yes, you don't necessarily need an EIN number.
No, but the tax filing goes to your personal name.
Yes, it does. Yes, it's a pass through now.
Yeah. Same thing with an LLC.
Oh, you got a tree.
So-
Okay, go ahead.
Just to kind of close that loop. So
Yeah.
it's been a little bit of a juggle. I had to move personal, like business funds over to one account and then pay for the business that way. And then we raised some capital on a 3-year note at 6%, interest only, which is pretty cheap money.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to fund that business. So it's keeping things separate. And my advice to anybody is, if you're going to start a business, start one.
Yeah.
Don't create more just because you think it's going to be better because you're excited about more. Just pick one business, focus on growing it, get people, teams, and systems in place, and then once you have that business successful, then go branch out.
So you're telling me I shouldn't have started another business?
This is more of a hobby that can turn into an income stream.
Okay, sure, gotcha.
But don't go try and buy 30 different businesses.
Oh yes, yes.
Or
I
start
agree.
3 or 4 businesses
At one time, yes, I agree with you on it. Yes, you're doomed to fail.
It's just going to be like unmanageable.
Well, that's it. You're not going to want to put in. Yes.
it's going to be really hard to grow the business. But what we're focused on now is going vertical.
Okay.
So if you think of a supply chain, like the guys that make, we'll use the phone case. They make the phone case, right?
Yep.
The manufacturer. Then you have the guys that ship the phone case.
Yeah.
Then you have the guys that take the phone case into a warehouse and then they sell it. And so they package it and they put it into the mail and then they send it off to the end buyer.
Okay. Yep.
So those are 4 or 5 different companies.
Yeah.
The manufacturer, the shipper, the wholesaler, the retailer, the delivery person.
Yeah.
Vertical integration is buying.
There's no way you. There's
I
no
gotta
way
roll
you.
through and get
Yeah.
some tea.
There's no way you need to come back here again. You just were back here.
I gotta get some tea, Chris.
There's no way you drank that whole glass of tea that fast.
No, I had coffee last night.
Oh, okay.
So horizontal is buying businesses in adjacent categories.
Yeah. Okay.
Vertical is buying everything that you need to deliver from start to finish.
Oh, okay.
So for example, for your business, you're doing outdoor patio and exterior remodeling.
Yes.
So your next thing, if you want to go vertical, is to take your retail customer business and then go into the manufacturers and negotiate a contract, or go buy a company that builds the actual materials.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They manufacture the materials, so you buy a local manufacturer and you integrate that into your business. That'll grow your existing business.
That makes sense. Oh, jeez, I thought he was coming. You got a joke at least for us today?
I'll work on that.
Okay.
I haven't even thought of one yet. But
Okay.
I got a question for Cree.
Please.
And it's your company's name is Stay Albatross. What does that stand for exactly?
So the symbolism when we created the name was the albatross is a bird that can fly around the world. It has 11-foot wingspan. It's the only bird that doesn't have to touch ground in order to circumnavigate the globe. And it's also the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. So it was a burden. It was a burden in the old rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. So we wanted to lift that burden from people that are traveling. Just make it simple and easy when you land. Finally, when you touch ground.
I have been one of the business networking group things, and you had said the name of the company, and I was like, she was like, what does that mean? I said, I have no idea, but now that you're here, I could ask you.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
The idea is like we wanted to create something that made people talk about it, but we've also been playing around with the idea of creating DBAing it with a name that actually meant what it was about, like temporary furnished homes.
Yeah.
Because what do? We provide temporary furnished homes while people are in transition.
Right.
Doesn't sound as sexy though.
Cool. Well, roll on.
Yeah. Isn't that not Oker Troy's Alabama song? That's
I
right.
don't know. Sing it for me.
No, I'm not singing it.
34 times.
Yes, exactly. They do say it quite a few times in that.
One blister later.
Yes. Well, that is cool, Cree. That you can turn a hobby into a business, and then actually turn it into a passion. Like you said, you like to help people as well, and so
Yeah.
it has a lot of crossover for you, other than just cutting loose and having some fun. You know what I mean? Kind of like some people like to get hammered. That's their hobby. Give me some of that bush latte, which I don't know why anyone would drink that, but
Yeah.
anyway.
No, I'm Shiner guy.
Shiner's delicious.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer anymore, but
That's a gluten.
it's a good. Yeah, it just gives me a bellyache.
It gives
So I
me-
drink bourbon and tequila. Doesn't give me a bellyache.
It gives me a nose
Turn
congestion.
throw dice.
Cree, man, I think we're six is the. Oh, 2 again. A quarter for you.
Okay.
And then, so what would you? Is there anything in the future that you're looking forward to?
5,
No, 20.
20.
Is there
It
anything?
would make more sense to
I
go
know-
5, 20.
Probably yes. I know. No one ever accused me of doing things
Logically.
logically. Yes.
Yeah.
Good use of the word there.
Uh,
A 9er again. So we each got a good horse here.
okay.
Is there anything in the future you're looking forward to, maybe personally, or business-wise, or professionally?
Yeah, so like I said before, we're closing on a duplex. My investment partner and I. He's going to be buying it. Happened to be a good cash deal, so he's going to walk into some equity. And hey, there you go.
6s, I think you're gonna win this bugger. You know what? Let's just get this game. A 9 again. Whoa!
So if you
This-
roll doubles, it's
Doubles, you get a roll again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a what again?
Oh, roll again. Jeez. Ah.
Ouch.
Oh gosh.
You're
Let's
the
get
one-
this game over with so I don't have to say the word again.
You're the one that keeps doing it.
Yeah. I know, but that just shows you how brain dead I am that I
7.
keep forgetting. 7, that's 50 cents.
Okay.
Okay, so you're looking
This
forward.
guy?
50, yes.
Okay.
So you're looking
Yeah. So we kind of last 2 weeks we had like a lot of balls in the air.
Okay.
I lost a really good cleaner that was running some houses for us in Austin, and basically our cleaners are like they're kind of like property managers almost, but they don't do the accounting, marketing, and sales side. So that's what we specialize in.
Okay.
So like the thing I'm looking forward to is getting more units in the same place. When we started out, like the first 2 years, we were in 17 properties in 7 cities across 3 states.
Okay.
And it's a lot to manage when you're not physically there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're as far over as Orlando, all the way up to Vermont, all the way down to San Antonio and up in Dallas. And it was just one property here, 5 here, 1 here, and like it was just like a lot of the stuff we run on systems like software.
Yeah.
So a lot of it can be done through automation.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at the business and was just like, it would make more sense to just have like 30 in one place, because then we can have one person going quality control. We could have 1 or 2 people go and clean them, and we could probably provide a better product. And we look for like which market would be the best market for this and has a good need.
Okay.
So that was like a lesson that I learned, was like go out and do it, and then look at the data, and then make a decision based on that.
So that would be more professional. What would you say is, in terms of like, are you and Alex have anything fun? You're gonna go like a trip? Do you have anything like that kind of planned out?
Yeah, so she found out about this thing down in Cancun, where if she goes and she teaches like a fitness class,
Okay.
because she's also a licensed personal trainer and sports nutritionist.
Sure.
So she goes down there and teaches for like 1 or 2 days, then we get to have basically a free trip.
And so that's coming up?
Yeah.
That's what you guys are, something you're planning on doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we said that when we can get this business leverage.
Oh, sure. That makes sense.
Basically, she replaced a 30-hour week job with 30 hours of work in the business.
Yeah.
And the goal is to create systems so that she can be above the business and just do a manager meeting with me.
Yeah.
And we meet once a week and we go over numbers, sales, marketing, what we need to do to increase that. When we can get her out of the business, we can then go take 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Doubles again. Yeah,
Yeah.
2.
So I'm at 50 cents.
50 cent. Yep.
Okay.
And then you can.
Toss the dice again.
I feel like the game's gonna be over soon. So then the
7.
7. So another 50 cents.
Okay.
Well, that's gonna be cool. I think I've never.
Take a little
have I been to
vacation.
Cancun before? Have
I've
you
never-
been to Cancun before? Have you ever been there?
No.
Okay.
I went
Reximus?
to.
You?
Been
We went to Tejupilco, which is in
Who?
Tejupilco,
Where's that?
central Mexico.
Okay.
So we got to go to Mexico City. I was looking at stuff to buy,
Yeah.
which for me is like
You
I got-
enjoy that aspect of a trip. Like, what could I? Yes. Find
So I
you?
get up at 5 a.m. I'm walking the streets of Mexico City next to the consulate office,
Mm-hmm.
and I just happen to wander past a sign that says "Venta," which is sale
Yeah.
or rent.
Okay.
And I was like, huh, translate? Okay, that means they're trying to rent or sell a condo. And I walk up, start taking a photo, and the owner walks by, and he's like, are you looking to rent or buy? I'm like, both?
Yeah.
And he's like, let me show you my condo. And he just walks me into his condo.
Really?
He renovated it and everything, and I'm like, have you ever considered like short-term renting this?
Okay.
It's right next to the embassy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's-
Exactly.
There's a 50-story hotel that rents for $250 US a night.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
I'm like, why don't you just put this up on Airbnb and Vrbo?
And make
Stuff like that, like on vacation, I'm
You're still,
working.
your brain
and
doesn't
I'll
shut up.
take a 2% commission off every rental.
Right. I would actually say 10%, and I'll come in and professionally photograph it and furnish it, and we'll run it for you.
Nice.
He had a logistics company in El Paso,
Okay.
so he was making tons of money, and he was like, I just want to sell it, or maybe rent it.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know what the laws on buying internationally is.
You need an LLC, and you need a lawyer in Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone has a lawyer in
Mexico
Mexico.
costs what, $2 American a month?
They have to do the transaction basically.
Okay, they have to write up the paperwork for
Yeah.
you, and
And then
they have to execute the transaction
Yeah.
on your behalf.
Yep. And
Okay.
you
That
don't
costs you.
you don't need I don't know what the numbers are exactly, but you don't need a real estate agent. They don't even have a licensing process.
Yeah, I imagine not.
So you could be an agent down in Mexico.
You know what? I need a 5th job.
Exactly. So, but that's the thing is like while we were there, we stayed at an Airbnb over in Valle de Bravo, which
Okay.
is like a little resort town. It's only about an hour where her family's from.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked the owner, I'm like, would you ever consider selling this? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, would you do financing? And he's like, yes. I'm like, okay.
Oh, did you buy it then?
No, I still talk to him.
Oh, that's cool.
He actually
So
came
he has
back
some
to me.
connections there. At least you're building
He's-
some connections.
He's building eco hotels in Tulum.
What would be an eco hotel?
So if you go into a hotel and they use all reusable
Okay.
resources, the sheets are from bamboo,
Okay.
stuff that is lower impact on the environment.
Sure.
And then when they use the water, they try and recycle it.
Yeah, the gray water and stuff probably.
Yeah. And then also they have excursions and stuff for guests that are focused on the environment.
Okay.
So like teaching people about the environment and
Alright.
taking them out into the natural springs and educating them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a market for anything, as I'm starting to figure out. People have money that they want to spend money on. Or people have all sorts of things they would like to spend money on. It's just
They
figuring
have
out.
money that they want to spend,
That's right.
and they want to choose how they spend
So
it.
how do you create something that they want to spend it on? That's the true art.
Just look around and observe what people are spending money on, and then look around for like gaps and voids.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, that's the new business that I'm going to be starting, or have started with another friend of ours. So, anyway,
Nice.
This isn't about me, so I'm not going to talk about it. This is about
Well, talk about your new business a little bit.
no, not.
Is it your turn to puff the dice or mine?
It's your turn to give them a toss. That's right.
Spin them.
Spin those. What is that?
That's a 9.
Oh, look at this.
Neck
9.
and neck.
Neck and neck is right.
I think you
Oh,
actually got one more
I
step.
have one more spot on you. So, are you? Do you consider yourself a follower of movies? Do you like to watch movies?
So at one point, I was only working about 5 hours a week in my business, just managing people,
Yeah.
and I think I probably watched like 15 movies a week.
Okay. So you consider yourself a pop culture. You're up to date on pop culture and movies, probably. Like movie
not romantic comedies.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
Not really family movies.
Okay.
But I watch a ton of like action, thriller, drama, horror, and adventure.
Okay. So there's some good movie quotes to be had in those movies. Do you ever find yourself using movie quotes in your daily conversation with people, or maybe Alex?
No.
You don't, really?
Not. It has to be like a really good friend.
Okay.
You know, like I just don't quote movies.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask you what your favorite quote is, but maybe do you have a favorite movie quote?
A fragrant
There's
movie
got to
quote?
be one for like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to meet the mood.
Okay, well, no, exactly right.
Like,
exactly
like for
right.
example, if someone is like being, a trash bug, you're like littering and.
What's that from? I don't know.
Super Troopers,
Super Troopers is outstanding.
smoking the reefer.
Yes,
That's the next
yes,
part of that.
Yes.
Like, you know why I pulled you over? You know why I pulled you over?
I just remember they kept going. What was the word they would say 10 times? They had to say it 10
Meow.
times. Yeah,
Meow.
meow. Yeah, meow.
Yeah.
Yeah, meow.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
good
something
day,
you,
meow.
that's something you do
Yes.
with your buddies, right? You don't just
Yeah.
do it with a random person.
Well, I guess I'm a little different in that respect because I do that. I mean, I guess to your point, yes, I don't go crazy with it if it's not other people, but my own family or friends, yes, I will dial up movie quotes
Yeah.
and let them roll off the tongue. Oh, he really did it! Oh, he hit it twice!
Oh.
No, I hit it once. I let it go.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was
Because
a.
you said it a long drawn out. You're like, I'll let it off the tongue.
Did you roll the 9? You did. Oh no, son of a.
So you gotta go back and figure
Oh!
out how many times he said the word.
Hey, y'all are rolling.
Ah! Stop it! Damn it! An 8.
You're on a roll, guys.
Ah! Him! Let's get this.
You need another fistful of ribbon?
Yeah! Stop!
Hey, Dwayne, I'm gonna go with Popeyes. I'm gonna get a 2-piece and a roll. You want it?
Jeez. 4 again. All right, at least we're holding off here. I guess this is gonna.
That was a good roll.
This is. Oh gosh! It's gonna. what's the word I want to use here? It's gonna
Oh,
3. That's good for you. Okay, so this is not typically how it goes. I haven't decided yet if we should keep this. I don't know why I just jumped there, but
You should offer like a double. Like you'll donate double if the guest wants to do it.
oh, Cree, would you have done this today?
Maybe.
If you're, there's no way you never come back this many times.
He likes watching you
I'm
suffer.
Oh, you got a joke? Yeah. Oh, good. I think the battery's dead.
Huh? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I
I'm
said
glad
I'm
you.
on a roll.
Jeez.
I think the battery's dead.
Jeez.
That's just
You got a joke?
I do.
Don't please tell me it doesn't have the word of the day in it.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I can put it in there if you want.
No, please don't.
Yes.
So, we've all heard of Murphy's Law, right?
Oh yeah.
What can go wrong will go wrong.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Cole's Law?
Cole's Law.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's thinly sliced cabbage.
Coleslaw. Thinly sliced cabbage.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was living on a houseboat?
You did not.
I dated a girl next door to me. Eventually, we drifted apart.
Hey, I got one for you. Hey, I don't know if I've told
Roll
you
with
this
it.
one. Yeah.
I was gonna say he's on.
Did I
roll.
ever tell? I don't. Do you know why our butt crack is like this and not like this?
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. Because if you went down a slide, it'd make this sound.
That's pretty funny.
Whew, man, we're about done here. I don't. But
That's gonna make me roll.
I'm glad we explained at the beginning. Maybe we should have explained at the ending why I'm having a spaz attack all the time. I know you like to read.
If they like to, they can go rewind back to the beginning and watch it.
Yes.
All you have to do is click down below. There's going to be some like little tabs with the timestamps.
So they can roll the film back.
Yeah.
Look at
You
Reggie
can- you
drinking margarita
You
today.
can roll it back, or you can
lemonade.
also click
lemonade.
down.
Lemonade with tequila in it.
No, not today.
Okay.
We have some if you want it.
That's right. We got some Clase Azul. I know you like that.
So I owe you like 15 of these.
Oh yeah! Holy cow! Yeah, you got to catch up on the bell ring. So yeah, exactly.
I think that's probably a 15.
If you could have a drink with any historical figure, who would it be?
Hmm.
Coffee, anything. I'll give you actually up to 3, because it's hard to nail it down to 1.
I would say probably Teddy Roosevelt,
Ooh,
one.
All right.
Andrew Carnegie.
Now why? Okay, give it just a little reason why. You don't have to go into great depth, but why Teddy?
So Teddy, because he was one of the only presidents to really focus on the environment.
He really did kind of set the national park system, didn't he?
Yeah, so he was focused on that. I think he saw that we needed to have those. Carnegie, because he's a business magnet.
He was, but he was very charitable as well. He's the one that kind of started that whole thing with the with all the richy riches.
I think what happens is as people go through business, they learn that once they get above their means, then they start to realize like money doesn't have as much of an impact on your life once you have everything you need.
Yeah, that's true.
So when Andrew Carnegie was worth hundreds of millions of dollars, he was just kind of like, what do I do with all this?
Yeah.
So asking someone that's already hit that precipice, like, what gives you meaning after you've exited the game?
Yeah.
And then I think the third person would be probably.
So what kind of questions would you ask them? So you could sit down, maybe tell me one question you would ask them.
Well, I would probably ask Andrew if I could catch you up to speed on everything that's happened in the last couple centuries. What would you recommend that someone focus on in terms of like solving problems?
Okay.
Right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think ultimately every entrepreneur's their goal, their job should be to look at problems and then figure out how to solve them.
Solution, sure.
Yeah. And I think for Teddy, I would just say, given the current environment, political climate, business environment, like what would you recommend that we focus on as a nation?
Sure.
What should we focus on? Because everybody talks about global warming and the fact that the theory that the poles are changing and that could be causing it. That it could be because of methane gas. It could be because of us burning coal. We don't really know, but just based on someone else's like experience, what would you recommend we do?
Okay. Yeah, someone that doesn't know yeah. Well, that's it. They don't have an actual opinion of it. Just how would you solve this without? Yeah.
It'd be like, what's global warming? It's like, well, it's this theory about methane gas and coal and CO2 getting into the atmosphere and then causing a magnifying effect and enhancing the sun's energy that's burning the environment basically.
Okay.
And it's like, well, it's much more complicated than that. We don't even know if that's true.
Yeah.
We just think it's true.
Yeah.
Right, based on existing science, and science has this way of doing reductionism.
Okay.
So we're like, well, turmeric is good for you because it helps prevent this. It's like,
Inflammation.
right, it is, but is it in isolation or is it because of the turmeric root?
Yeah. Or what if it's combined with something, or yeah.
Yeah, and microbiology is so complex that like we haven't even finished mapping the human genome, so we don't know how different things will affect the human body. Plus all these other factors. It's a very.
I do know
complex
how
concept.
this affects the human body.
Makes you feel good, right?
That's right. That's right. It shrinks. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Ew.
Yeah.
Does throwing dice affect the body?
Oh yeah. So far, it's caused a burning effect.
Five.
That was for no reason.
Well, I could have said the other word.
That was for no
Well,
reason. Yeah, you can't pay it forward. No.
Okay.
What the heck?
All right.
What's
11.
that? 11. Hey, that's 75 cents for you.
So that's a 5.
Yeah, I know it's
I'm
backwards.
trying to get the game over for you.
Yeah, I know.
Your turn to.
Ooh, I like this because I feel like you are a big picture guy, for sure.
I noticed you moved the band to the other side of your leg.
I did move it a little because
I want to
it's.
see what happens if you put it under your knee.
Oh no, that's some soft skin under there. I'm definitely not
I'm
putting on
surprised
where
you
the
haven't-
softest skin is.
I'm
Let's
surprised
just
you
say
haven't
that.
kicked me yet. I'm surprised you haven't kicked me yet.
Kicked you? Yeah, I know.
And whenever the doctor hits your knee.
Yes, exactly.
He hasn't put it in that spot yet.
JT, did you roll out one?
Jeez. You know what, Reggie? No one cares what you have to say.
If you're gonna be like that, I might just want to roll over.
What was that, Rawhide?
Oh, jeez.
What's that song that he's going to sing on Rawhide?
No.
Roll it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was 3.
Oh,
Just hold it down on that one.
oh, gosh.
God bless you.
I know, anything for a laugh, I guess.
Are you sure you,
You know what the
want
problem
to get
is?
tased?
Oh, that's only one time.
Here's the problem I see with the shock collar thing.
But it's like
You don't know
10,000
if people are
times
watching
stronger.
because of the podcast or because of the shock collar.
Well, that's
collar.
true. I'm
Dog shock
hoping,
collar.
yes. And this is we have been talking a while, and we've only got through like 5 questions. This is a broad-reaching question. If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
What's up, girl?
Do not tell Andrea.
He tells me
And this is something he's not allowed to tell, and neither is anyone else.
I think what I would focus
Okay,
on.
don't say, because this is important.
What I would
Don't
focus
say.
on is
You have no
probably
power, yeah.
like if this is a serious question.
This is serious. If you could just
I
dead
would find a
serious.
way to monetize the methane gas production.
Okay, so explain that.
So-
I like big answers to.
Animal agriculture is probably one of the biggest industries in the world, and right now with the production of animals,
Yep.
they're producing methane gas. That's
Lots
an
of poop.
That's no, it's not poop.
Fart.
Oh, the gas. Oh, yeah, they're
The
gas.
gas.
Yeah, the gas.
So the
when
gas
they fart-
that's being emitted from them could be turned into a fuel source.
Got you. How do you
Can't-
collect that?
That's the question, right?
That's a big question.
That's a big problem.
That is a big.
There is a
I don't know if
company-
it's a problem or not, but I know that they do emit a lot of gas.
So they say that the leading cause of the temperature increase in the world is because of methane, not
Okay.
fossil fuels.
Bullshit.
Possibly.
Bullshit.
It's a theory.
Bullshit.
Right. So I
There
would find
was
a
plenty of buffalo here a long time before there was a bunch of cows.
but we weren't manufacturing them.
They were manufacturing themselves. They were breeding wild.
Sure.
The buffalo herds were massive.
Yes.
They were way massive than any cow herds we have.
I haven't even thought of that. How many buffalo there were? But anyway, the point is, yes,
But on a global scale, if someone could find a way to harvest all the methane,
that would be
so it wouldn't
insane.
emit into the environment, but instead we turn it into a fuel source, we
Yes.
probably wouldn't need to burn coal.
A what? Who?
We would not need to burn coal.
Probably.
More
Oh,
than,
yeah, that
More
would-
than likely.
That's a lot of gas.
Yeah. In the U.S., 60% of our energy comes from coal.
Oh no, I'm saying a lot of gas from farts.
That's what I'm saying.
The cows.
Yes. Find a
Well,
way
and
to
all
harvest it.
animals, really, right?
Yeah.
They all emit methane. I honestly don't know anything
When a
about
cow,
it, so I'm not even going to
when
pretend
a cow
that.
consumes grass, it produces methane. When it
Okay.
consumes corn, it hurts the cow.
Okay.
Wife says The wife says when I eat a cracker, I make methane.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Did I ever tell you about my German friend?
No.
I asked him one time what the square root, if he knew the square root to 81. He told me no.
What? I don't under. That one did go right over.
9.
there. Oh, a 9. Oh, yeah.
Almost makes all the shocks worth it, right?
Almost.
Oh, I have one. I'll tell it to you next time. It's a German joke. I'll tell it to you next
Well, I
time.
hope it's not in German because I don't understand that.
It's
I
not in
just-
German.
I just
You need some more?
understand
Yes, and I also need a bathroom break.
Oh, we will. Let me finish this. What was any of your? What was your? I don't know. Maybe your first job or a job that you enjoyed before you decided to go on your own. Could be like maybe first job that you had to pay Uncle Sam for, or a job you really enjoyed.
Well, first job I had was working at Subway. So I was making,
Okay, you're a sandwich artist.
Yeah,
I would say sandwich artist, not Subway.
I made Subway sandwiches.
Sandwich artist. All right, cool.
Yeah, I ran the store.
Oh, okay.
Not
So
the
you're a manager.
No, I worked. So my sister's boyfriend at the time was a manager for a store in Cedar Park.
Okay.
So I was very, very busy in high school. So
Okay.
busy that I stayed out of trouble and drugs and
Yeah.
didn't go to parties until I was 18.
Okay.
So I would go to school. Then my mom actually let me use her car. So it was a Scion XA.
Okay.
So I would pay her rent on the car to use it. She was a flight attendant, so she was gone most of the time.
Your mom was a flight attendant?
Yeah. So
Did
she
you get
said,
to fly? That's why you like. Did you get? Yes, there we
I went
go.
to Paris for just a day.
So that was back when it was easier to fly,
It still is easy to fly.
but not on standby though, is it?
No, I just used credit card points. Like I got a card for $1 that I used, I think 20,000 points to buy my mom and her husband
Yeah.
a flight for $5.60.
What?
Yeah, so the two flights cost $560, but
Yeah.
the flights by themselves cost $460.
Okay,
So I got $900 worth of flights for $5 each.
but that's only because you credit card points, not because your mom was a flight attendant and had flying perks.
Yeah, I mean I got to fly to. In 2010, I went to Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. In 2011, I flew to Hong Kong, and from Hong Kong, I bounced around to China, Macau, Philippines, and Thailand.
There's so many more questions I want to ask you, but
Yeah.
we don't have enough time.
The trick to travel is this. So, figure out a way to make your business work without you,
Sure.
right? To where you're just managing it.
5-hour work week.
No, you're not actually working 5 hours in the business. You're working on the business.
Sure.
So you run your business off of a scorecard, right? Traction. Every week you look at the numbers in the reports, and then you train and delegate to people so that they can run the business for you. From there, you can go take 3 or 4 weeks off to go to Hawaii,
I like that idea.
right? Because your flight is the most expensive part.
It wasn't for me to Hawaii, but generally speaking, yes, I know what you're saying.
So look
yes.
up a flight to go to Argentina right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Buenos Aires. What would it cost to go this weekend?
$800 probably.
Look it up. You got a computer?
It'd be easier on my telefono here. For those that don't know Spanish, that's telephone in Spanish. Did you know that, Cree? Did I
Si.
say it right?
See?
Whose role is it?
I think it's telefone.
Telefone?
It's not
Thank you for the warning, Rex.
Not telefono.
It's not telefono? That's what they told me when I was in Spanish. Anyway. Okay, what am I looking up? I'm going to do this quickly while you're answering. So keep talking
8,
about your
right?
job.
8.
Yes. No, that stays there. I have to pay $1.
Oh. So, yeah, the job I would work, basically we would just close out. So I would go there, work about 2 hours,
Okay.
and then nobody would come after 8. So I'd work from like 6 to 8, and then from 8 to 10, we'd just sit around and just do our homework.
Okay. Do you want to know how much it costs tomorrow to fly, or are you saying just in
Tomorrow, this
general?
weekend, whichever one's least expensive.
$650 round trip.
Okay. So if you picked up a ticket for free to go to Buenos Aires tomorrow, and then pushed out your return flight for a month,
Yeah.
you could go from Buenos Aires to probably most of South America for like less than $150.
Are you saying driving around?
Fly.
What is it that for inter? What would that be?
Continental?
South America, intercontinental.
Intercontinental.
There we go.
In Europe, the way it works is basically your flight over is like $800 to $900.
Yes.
Once you're there, it's like $50 a flight.
What?
Yes.
It's cheap.
Well, now I need to get over there.
It's even cheaper if
That's
you get on
why.
a Euro rail.
Eurorail, I have another interesting story about that, but if you buy a Eurorail pass for the summer
Yeah.
and you fly over there, and you don't have a return flight,
Yep.
but you have like a return scheduled date,
Okay.
you can go there for 90 days as an American,
Yeah.
and you can travel on the Eurorail for basically like $800 all over the country, like all over the continent.
Wow.
It might be a little bit more. It might be like $1,500 now,
Still though,
but you can hop on and off any
Whenever
train
you want, huh?
whenever you want.
that's actually pretty sweet.
It's
Now-
your biggest expense. besides
Oh
housing.
yeah, getting somewhere, absolutely, and getting around.
Yeah.
Because nowadays the dang rent-a-car is so dang expensive.
Unless
It's
you
that-
know somebody who lives there and is willing to loan you.
Yes, or now another genius business idea, Turo. I mean, renting your car. Like I love how Airbnb or VRBO and Turo and all these other industries are turning all these other industries on their head. They dominated.
Yep.
You had to rent your car at the airport.
Yep.
Well, too bad. This is the price. You had to get this hotel room by here. Too bad. Pay the price. Now it's
And
like
small.
Now it's like
Yeah.
this is capitalism at its finest. Competition,
Yep.
which is good for the consumer.
Yeah.
Well, then you have crony capitalism, which is good only for those bastards. But anyway, that's a whole nother.
A truly free market will allow the best option to rise to the top. And you see that like 80-20 analysis. You see like the best businesses getting most of the business, and people are like, well, that's unfair. And it's like, not really when you're offering a better product.
It's not unfair unless that someone's pushing the scale for them. Then it's unfair, and that's where it pisses me off. Like
Yeah.
some regulation gets signed, and then it's like, well, yeah, no wonder they have a lot easier path to that 80%.
Yep.
When it's none of that, then I'm like, free, absolute capitalism, cool.
Yeah. Small business is a great example.
Yes.
Small businesses thrive, and they also are challenged by the idea of competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're not doing it right, you have to figure out a way to get better.
Yeah. And as soon as you get from one location to like 10 locations, then you start developing economies of scale.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can start hiring regional managers. You can start delegating the task more efficiently.
Sure.
And you get economies of scale to buy things. You know, like for example, if you're running a laundry business,
Yeah, yeah.
or like a wash, dry, fold place, if you have one little location, you're relying on all those customers, and you can only buy per that location.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you have 50 locations, you suddenly have more negotiation power because you're
Yes.
buying for all 50.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So it's growing from that 1 to 10 to 50. That's the challenge for most people. But
Yeah, yeah.
you know, like traction is a framework that we use. That's what we're using to. The only reason we bought this business is because it's a lead into our other business. Again, it's
Sure.
vertical,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can take our existing business and we can take this existing business that we're buying and we can take that and clone it around the country. So if we want to go to San Antonio, or we want to go to San Angelo, or we want to go to like the Air Force Base in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
we can go and take that same model that worked here and copy and paste.
Yeah, yes.
That's the idea. So like I'm not excited about 25 little rentals down here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about get those 30 or 25 or 30, train someone how to operate the business, and then go to San Antonio and run the same business down there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you said you had to take a pee, so we will just. I think we've got to know you a little bit. We'll find out a little bit more about you from maybe another people's perspective here in the next segment. But Cree, it's been enjoyable so far. I appreciate you putting up with the antics here at the podcast. But we'll get around to the next segment here briefly.
Yeah, I think we're on a roll.
We Oh gosh, we're almost done with this, I hope. Oh man, another $1? So what you just watched is only a portion of the interview. To keep watching, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell to stay up to date and continue watching the videos in this segment. Peace.